Since 1929, this beautiful building, which has got a lot of refurbished work going at the moment, holds Olympia. Okay, so when you come into the main Olympia arena, you realise firstly, it's a massive building. So I had some scissors confiscated from me, but we'll ignore that one. So to the right hand side, we're going to have some of the first lots of photo points, and straight ahead, exactly the same thing. So then what we'll do is we'll work left to right, and then we can obviously work our way out from that point. And then straight ahead, on the left hand side, we have got the first lot of trade stands. So, charmed and crochet, working our way slowly through. We've got some of these autograph booths. Now I like some of these. This one doesn't actually look too expensive. Without these, obviously you're not going to have any of the certificates of authenticity and vice versa. There's some mirrors or posters. Should we look at some of these posters actually? Oh, hang on. I'm not sure that Men's Health is the first one I see. £5. Oh, that Marv one looks really good. They're pretty good. £5, not bad at all. Awesome. Okay, so if we continue on the left-hand side, more so, Shining Studio. They've got like stickers and some buttons and a few other bits and bobs. Then we come into one of these small little collectible ones. They've got some of these Lego figurines. Now, having been to obviously so many Christmas markets and so many markets, some of these go for silly money, but actually £3 each for these is actually really good. Much cheaper. Look at that. The Deadpool wallet. Okay, honestly, these are much better priced than I ever would have thought. Some of the toys actually as well. Some Doctor Who in the background. These obviously price-wise are much better. Look at that. Even the Tom Hardy one's only 70. That's amazing. They are so much better. Daniel Kaluuya. Remember him from The Love of Horror. I've never been to this company's version of the Comic-Con, so I'm slightly like dubious, I suppose, is the best way of looking at it, for what to kind of expect. But it is obviously a lot smaller and it's less busy. But we are obviously coming up to 9:05. David Each's Psycho Granny. What? How? That is so funny. Psycho Granny has finally met Thanos. Okay, that's a bit dark, but they are really good drawings. We've got a Funko stand in here. Now, I'm interested to look at how much these ones are going to be in comparison, because the ones yesterday at the Comic-Con Liverpool were so expensive. Buy only 3 pops, save a £5. Let's see if there's any ones that I actually know. Who have we got? See anyone you know? Here we go. Iron Spider. £18. Not actually that bad. Even some of the Beyond Amazing Spider-Mans, they're 2211. Pretty good. I'm trying to see if there's any other ones. These are actually really well priced. That's probably mainly because obviously they're not. Obviously the upkeep for here isn't going to be as high. Then we've got some more photo opportunities down at the bottom. Let's have a little look at some of our prices, shall we? So, who should we choose that we know? Okay, Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars. Let's go for Game of Thrones. Okay, first one that comes up. Nope, don't know who that is. Okay, 50 quid. Do we think it's real or not? So on the back of it, we've got a certificate of authenticity that obviously that they've made themselves. Registered dealer of Universal Autograph Collectors Club. Again, it's the risk we have to take, hey? Some of the prices on the back aren't actually too bad. The David Tennant one's £125. Comics. Obviously, that is what Comic-Con is all about. So let's have a little look through, shall we? So let's go for Tomb of Dracula is our first. Tomb of Dracula, Lord of Vampires, 39 December. And that's £20. I was not expecting that. I'm strangely really shocked at that coming here, just because of how much cheaper it is than I thought it was going to be. And we'll keep working our way through. What else have we got? Some more collectibles on the side. We've got obviously some Star Trek badges that they put those in those plastinated things to kind of keep them safe and keep them as protected as possible. Wow. Cool. Wow. Sorry, but look at that. Oh my god, I was not expecting to see this. Holy jeepers. Please don't touch instruments or sit inside vehicle, but I want to have a look in the vehicle. No, please carry on, you're all good, don't worry. Look at that. That is so incredible. And the detail on it is amazing. But it wasn't just this one that's caught my eye, it's this one. And the issue is the fact that it has got a number plate on it, which is FVO2 TKK. So looking on the MOT history, it is road legal. Just what? Imagine driving that down like centre of town. In London high streets, it's obviously going to be slightly different. But look. Oh, and you can tell us if it has been used on the road because obviously, but look, it's the fact that it has got inside. Obviously, we're a bit dirty. Least of our worries, I think. Least of our worries. So, what have we got around the rest of the place? Let's have a little more wander through and see arcade prints. Shall we have a look at some of these? What have we got over here? Doctor Who sort of prints going on. We've got some Pokemon ones. How much are they? £5 each or 5 for 20? Good. Some cushions going on. Oh, Jenna Coleman. Is it Jenna Coleman? Yeah, no. So she's not actually here today. She was here yesterday. Ah, I found some collectibles. Let's have a look. That's pretty cool. All right, so this Predator one in the box. £45 for that isn't really that bad in the slightest. So I'm noticing a bit of a trend. There's a lot of like autograph, a lot of signature stands that are on here. We've got a very, very big vaulted toy box up here. Again, we'll look at some of these prices. Now these haven't got prices. Oh, Scooby-Doo the plane, mystery plane reg, £85. All right, I give you that. That's very, very rare. Oh, there we go, and more Funkos. Okay, so we've got Ken of Dia de Muertos, and then with the Chica, Queen Elizabeth, God rest her, with the look, Lamp Space Princess, William Foxy. Sword Stall, he's been at obviously many, many Comic-Cons that we've seen. Come to this one, rather than one of the Comic-Con Liverpools. Now, I'm trying to work out, is that because of pricing? As in, Comic-Con are starting to price themselves out. Okay, so this is what I'm not really understanding. It's the fact that I had my dog nail clippers and my artery forceps taken off me, but they can sell relatively realish knives that could cause a concern. How does that make any sense whatsoever? We've got a little mystery machine, I think. I think there's a little bit more effort has gone into this one, especially as some of the photo points. There's a bit more to it than obviously what we expect. Very good. Then we've got Bowser's Castle. Look at that. That's. And then even like over here, obviously we've got a bit of a Wednesday section. We've got an old typewriter. Don't want to go too close. Chair. Okay, so it's those finer little details that make a huge difference. Okay, so the main thing you see when you come into the main arena is the first lot of booths are going to be all the autograph booths. I don't actually know who is here today. I didn't really look. Okay, so the top end we've got Toby Jones, we've got Matthew Lewis, Ian Dunn, Valerie Leon. We've also then got Kill Hillier and Bonnie Langford on this first bit with Colin and Baker right at the end. So guys, this is the view from the balcony. This is how big the entire place is. Honestly, simple, short and sweet. This is what comic book conventions should be about. None of this like massively long queues, nothing like that. Simple, down to earth. Just here we have got Toby Jones next to Matthew Lewis. Obviously we've got a bit of Harry Potter. We've got obviously Toby Jones plays Dobby. We've got Kit Hillier. We've got Valerie Leon here. Some of these bigger queues. We've got Brian Blessed, which has got one of the big queues as well. Okay, so I've been up here this entire time trying to work out what on earth is going along on here. So up here, I'll walk back through now, and you'll see there's nothing to do with down here. It's a part of the UK's Young Adult Literature Convention. And down here, we have one of the talks going on. Okay, so down the bottom here, we've got our Arthur Darvill, we've got Sylvester McCoy, Tim Benwick, Rupert Van der Start. On the right side, we've got Tim McInnerbury, Ben Hardy, Cynthia Scott. So these obviously from the Alien films. We've got Mark Rawson, we've got Carl Top. We've got quite a few down here. We've got Rupert Bannister and Maxicar. Yesterday, they were charging £9 for one of those cans, or £7 for one of those, and £6 for those. How absolutely bonkers is that? So I'm going to buy these, because this will go to these guys instead. I have actually noticed walking around that there is so many more companies here that used to be at the bigger Comic-Cons that aren't. So Midnight Kawaii, we've seen those quite a few times at some of the other Comic-Cons. But why are they chosen to come here more so? Mainly probably because of the fact, obviously, that the prices here are much, much better, and they can obviously make a bigger markup, obviously, from it. That's obviously our main thing. So I've just left probably one of the actually nicest Comic-Cons that's been the most chilled Comic-Cons of all time. On top of that, all of the actors and all the actors had time to talk to you. They actually had time to sign your photos and actually have a conversation with you. You've caught me cycling because the tubes have broken because I think someone's jumped. So now I have to cycle 3 miles. So this is my current view. Because the tubes, I think I may have slightly messed up on my journey back. So because the tubes were closed, I had to go from honestly, I've literally forgotten now where I was even, where I even was. Where was I? Okay, so I messed up. Because I went to Barron's Court and it was closed for, it just says park closed, doesn't actually say why. I've had to literally then use a bike, which you'll see on the video, I'll attach below, I basically then cycled all the way over to East Acton, dumped the bike, walked the station. I've now gone from East Acton over to Ealing Broadway down to Acton Town, to go Acton Town all the way down to Hounslow East, where I parked the car. I should have parked closer, because now I've got 1% battery on my phone. Look, I have 1% battery. So I was, oh God, where was I? I was here. I thought I had to cycle from here over to here, over to here, down here, down to here. What a cluster, Biff. My current location, I'm at East Acton, waiting for a train to Ealing Broadway, which is now coming, thank God. Oh my God. I've got my monster with me to keep me occupied, but Jesus Lord on the bike. Hey, train's here. Part 1, let's go. It's like my current view is inside the tube, trying to get back to my car. This is more of an adventure than the actual Comic-Con is, because look at the floor. Look how clean it is. Gotta love a good old London tube, isn't you? Oh, tube number 2. So we're going from, we just got to Ealing Broadway. We're going from Ealing Broadway to Hayes Darlington, change there to go from there to there on the Piccadilly, back to where we need to get to in the car. And there's no trains at all to Heathrow Airport. Not sure what I did, so now I've got to walk out of Savile. I've got to get onto a bus, the 120 bus that goes all the way to Hounslow East. Oh my God. This is a bloody nightmare, this is, isn't it? From Southall to Hounslow Central on the 120, to go from Hounslow Central, which is there, to get to Hounslow East there, but there is no tubes running between there and there. Oh my Lord. I still have 1% battery. How is this still going? 1%, how are we doing? All right, after a 20-minute bus ride, I still have 1% battery. Zero ideas how, but I've now got to walk from here over here somewhere. I've been ever so excited to see a tube station. Guys, we have made it to Hounslow East Central and I still have 1% battery. I've got no idea how on earth I managed to do this. It's taken me nigh an hour and a half to get back to the car. I've now got to drive 2 hours home and I've got 1% battery. Car's waiting for me. Let's go home. I have never been so pleased to see my car in my life. I have never been so pleased to see my car in my life. Hi car, how are you doing? We've made it. Tuck you in there. Oh my God. I could put my phone on charge and actually drive home and get food. I've been so afraid of buying food because my phone's had so little battery. 1% charged, 1%.